they sit beside. Because they're vampires. But why was the grown-up kid?
Welcome to the Mix of Thicker Pals. Hi, I am Dr. A, your host, and I am your crystal rock goddess. Welcome to the Mix of Thicker Pals. Hi, I am Dr. A, your host, and I am your crystal rock goddess. The rock goddess, and we're in the place to be. Make sure you come on inside the crystal palace, take your shoes off, leave them by the door, stop at the crystal bar, grab your crystals and grab your libations, because over here we honor our ancestors. 5 ways to become a crystal. All you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. 2, all you have to do is type, and we call that what? The boom boom room. The 3rd way to become a crystal, all you have to do is listen, and we call the parlor room. The 4th way to become a crystal, all you have to do is after the show, don't leave your play around me. True player for real. Ask me, you know what I mean. All you got to do is outhouse gang up in this thing. And that's what we call our after show, okay? Now, 5th way to become a crystal, all you have to do is to make sure you join our membership. Hey, welcome to the Mix Flick Palace. Of course, I'm Dr. A. What's up with y'all? Shoot. I said, well, I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and go live real quick. I'm not doing anything. Hold on. I said I wasn't really doing much. Let's go ahead and talk about it now. Um, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. I think that I kind of want to talk about a couple of things here. We're gonna watch. There's a lot of stuff that's going on here on the YouTube streets. It's not just about the live and drive thing again. That's one of those things like who's telling the truth. But it ain't just that. It's not just that. Now I do believe, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Remember I told you I was gonna reserve my thoughts on that. We are live, okay? Now I told you I was gonna reserve my thoughts on it. I really do believe something took place, okay? Something inappropriately, okay? Something inappropriately took place. Whether there was a conversation, whether that was him going over there, putting his mouth where where it shouldn't have. God don't even want your mouth to be. You know what I mean? Just saying. I do believe there was some inappropriate things going on for a married man. You know what I mean? Again, but I don't want to make light of a situation because, again, I didn't really want to make light of the situation with when Olivia got cheated on herself because I didn't really think that was funny. I didn't think that was okay that Gerard, but what made it differently, like I told y'all, what made it differently is they was both doing it to each other. Now we're not gonna play these games and act like these people weren't doing it to each other. They was playing on each other, right? So I can't say if Gerard was wrong all the way if Olivia was wrong. I'm just gonna say that they was both wrong, right? Now the thing is, as a wife, I've been on both ends, okay? I can relate to Olivia and I can relate to Antonisha. I can relate. I've been on both ends. Now, I didn't travel back now. I didn't do no traveling back. Now, I can't relate to that part of it, okay? I don't do travel backs now. Especially if somebody was in a relationship with somebody else. Now, if it was over, it was over. You get what I'm saying? But I ain't do no travel backs with somebody that I was dealing with, and then they started left me to be with somebody else. Now, I ain't never necessarily went for that. Now, a lot of people is like, well, if a person left to go be with somebody else, I've just kind of, to be honest with y'all, I've always been under the legiancy, and then I know I made a word, under the legiancy that they just weren't really mine anyway. You know what I mean? It wasn't something I really gave a damn about. Now I've been in situations where a woman thought that she took a man from me, but I didn't want his ass anyway. I'm just gonna be honest with you because I didn't put no effort into it. It's like, okay, girl. It's like I remember one girl said that to somebody. I was like, well, how did she take him from me when we were broke up? Or I didn't want his ass. I mean, he wasn't really. He was just somebody I was dealing with at the moment because I was bored. I'm just being honest. Okay, so I never really had that situation where a man just was like, "I'm gonna, leave you to go be with somebody else." But if a man, and then if in fact if that happened in the future, 'cause I know some of y'all don't really like. I don't give a damn. Well, listen, I know some of y'all look at me funny. Okay, and that's cool, right? But I don't really care either way. It don't really matter because the way I see it is that person just wasn't really mine anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't feel like that. Maybe I just should feel differently. Of course you're gonna be hurt. I mean, that's a normal emotion. I'm human. We all human. And I'm not clowning Olivia because I don't like her. So that's the issue. So but again, we've had this conversation. We've already talked about it. We've already talked about how I already knew, like I said, they was both doing to each other. Now, if Olivia was like a loyal woman, you know what I'm saying? But again, I can't be mad at her for like I told y'all. I can't even necessarily be mad at her for cheating on Gerard because Gerard was doing it too, right? So even he said that. This is nothing that I just came up with off the top of my dome. This is something that Gerard said. And this is something that Olivia said. So it's touche, touche. They got a video on this platform where they basically talked about they was both playing around. You get what I'm saying? And I looked at that video. I forgot somebody reposted that. I think it was Marissa Starr, and I couldn't remember. I never looked at that. I don't remember looking at that video. I think that was my first time really seeing it because I don't think I was necessarily around for all that with Gerard. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of new a little bit to this sector, so I just kind of looked at Gerard like, "How are you?" I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I lost just a tad bit of respect for Gerard. Um, people are grown, and that's between married people. I don't really get into people's marriages. You know what I mean? I just don't. But one thing I was thinking about, or I was looking at, what I thought was weird, I'm going to be honest with you, was the fact that this ninja got up here and said he an ugly black man from Texas or some old bullshit. I was like, nigga, you crazy. I was so motherfucking heated with him when he said that. I was more heated with him saying, how would you, as a black man with a black son, you know what I'm saying, and a black two daughters, ass get up here and call your black ass self ugly? Are you dumb? So you think black is ugly, or you just think you ugly, or in particular? I just was kind of lost on that one. And I lost just a tad bit of respect for him because I was like, how are you as a black man talking like that? It was disgusting. Just being honest with y'all, okay? And I know some of y'all will be like, well, Dr. A, what's the big deal? If he think he ugly, or ugly black man, he didn't, not only did he say ugly, but he said he was an ugly black man. Y'all, that just broke my little heart for him to have heard a black man to say that. Okay. I'm not saying that every black man should be up here saying, yeah, I'm beautiful. But I really feel like y'all should be saying y'all beautiful. It's just weird. So it just kind of came off like you a colorist, Gerard. I kind of felt like that. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I've had that conversation. I felt like you got with Olivia because she was light skinned. I'm just going to be honest with you. And Olivia, you shouldn't really have liked that. Why you want a man to get with you based up off your complexion, okay? So we're gonna talk about a couple of things. We're gonna do some watching of these mommies. We're gonna watch some mommies, but I want to get a couple things out the way. Okay. So I'm drinking coffee. Now, I think that was awfully weird that Gerard, you as a black man, would come up here and say that. And you got black children, and you got a black mom, you got black daddy, you got black family. Okay, you crazy. Okay, and I know that was your past, but maybe you should walk that back. Okay. Again, I don't have nothing to do with grown people. I don't have nothing to do with a grown person. I'm not gonna tell a grown person what they should do with in marriage or whatever, unless they come to me and paying. Okay. Now, um, again, I've been on both ends, so I really, I just think that if I was Olivia, If I was both women, to be honest with you, okay, let me play the end of. I don't want to play this in. I'm just gonna say I don't want to play this in, but let me look. Excuse me, because I don't want to be in that situation. But let me look. Please share this out if y'all don't mind. Let me look at the role of Antonisha. Let's put Olivia picture up here, okay? Because I know some of y'all like to look at pictures. Okay, y'all are visual creatures, and that's okay. hmm Okay, let's go to Olivia. Okay, what's her name? Love Olivia. Okay, again, let's talk about it. Okay, okay. Now she's talking about what happened to Pick Misha Part Two. I listen. I'm listen. We're not even gonna entertain that. I don't know why she cut her hair off. I just that that was the worst, weirdest thing I've ever seen. I mean, Olivia, not everybody looks good with a bald head, and you one of them hoes that just don't look good with a bald head, which is probably why you wearing wigs and baseball caps. But whatever. Okay. So I would hate to have the baby on the screen. Could we have the baby not on the screen? I don't want to look at the baby right now. Okay. Let's just put this picture up. Okay. Hold on. Let me give me a second. Okay. So, anywho, let's talk about this. Okay. Let me drink my coffee. Okay. Okay. So anywho, we're looking on this and we're feeling how we feel. I mean, again, this is just my take on this, okay? Everybody's gonna have their own particular take on this, and I respect it all, right? Whether you agree with me or not. I don't expect you all to come up here and agree with me. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna be mad at you. If you disagree with me, I'm still gonna celebrate you, okay? This is my birthday month, so happy belated birthday to me. My birthday was yesterday, so don't forget to hit the shout out, and I don't mind you contributing to my channel. Okay, you can pay me here on YouTube. You do not have to do cash apps or none of that shit. Okay, just being honest with you. Okay, uh-huh. Now let's talk about it. So I thought, and this is my thing. This is something I thought about here on as I listen to everybody's spiel, because everybody got their own spiel, everybody got their own interpretation. I agree with a lot of y'all. I agree with a lot of y'all. Well, for me, and this is what I told another content creator, I'm gonna just read what I told her. Okay, if I was Antonisha, and the thing is, again, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that again, people have a right to do what they want to do with their marriage. Again, we're all grown, okay? And my thoughts and my feelings and my energy may be different than yours, okay? So my thing is, people make mistakes. I do agree with that, but it's just some mistakes that you unfortunately can't come back from. Some mistakes could cost you your life, could cost you your physical life, or could cost you the lifestyle that you have. Okay, and it's just some things we just not gonna tolerate here. It's just some things we just not gonna tolerate. Okay, all right. Now the thing is, we are all human out here, okay? And we all are entitled to have screw ups. And just because you screwed up you cheat on your wife, that doesn't make you a bad person. That just makes you a bad husband, okay? That makes you a bad husband. That doesn't make you a bad father. However, in this particular case, it may cost you some things, okay? Now, this is just my interpretation. Okay. Again, everybody's gonna have their own spill on it. Okay. Now, what I wrote out here, okay. So this is what I wrote out here to another content creator. That content creator will remain. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. Will remain private. Okay. So I said, I just think that at this point, if I were her, if I was Antonisha, and I'm not, thank God. This is all no shade to her, because I think she's a pretty woman. I think she has capability of doing a lot of things here in life if she chooses to. Okay, and this is no slight. Again, she's a grown woman. But y'all asked me, y'all kept texting me, and I kept telling y'all, look, I'm a grown woman, and I don't really like talking about people's marriages. Not well, if they bring it up here, but since it's on social media, we I guess we could talk about it now. My thing is this here. I think this is what I said. If I was her, I would have him to, if they bought that house, I would have him to sell. We would sell that house, and he would give me more than half. This is what I said to this other content creator. I said, girl, at this point, he should go ahead and get back with Olivia. No matter how toxic it is, maybe they can be toxic together. Now, would that be in the best interest of Gerard? No. No. Would that be in the best interest of Olivia? Probably not. Okay. However, at the end of the day, if they want to, slobs and bump uglies and well, Gerard called himself an ugly black man. No, but I don't think of him as an ugly black man. But that's how he see himself. So I can't make you see yourself better. Apparently, you don't see yourself good in a good light, especially at that time, and that was horrible. Okay. However, so the next thing I looked at, I said, well, damn. So and then I said that, and I just said, well, because at this point, if they can't, apparently you can't leave her alone. If this happened, this is allegedly. Now, if this happened, I don't have a dog in the fight. You just asked me what I think, okay? And I said that it's dumb. Okay, it's dumb for them to have been playing these games. Okay, and do I feel like Gerard still has some? Do I believe Olivia on some things? I do believe Olivia on some things. Olivia's a liar. We know this, but I do believe Olivia on some things. I do believe, and I said this before a long time ago. I think they both unfortunately put both of these children in a bad place. I think that Gerard plays a lot of mental games with the children. I told y'all that. And I think Olivia does too. Now, who plays the worst games? I would say Olivia. If this is just my opinion, if you were to ask me. Okay. This is just my spiel. Okay. Well, let's continue. Let's continue. Then I said, put her up in the home. Let her get back on her feet for pay the rent or pay the mortgage or whatever for 3 to 6 months. Okay, publicly apologize to her. Okay, and then I say tell the children that he's a good father, but a bad man. That's just my opinion. And I said he's for the streets. Okay, he's for the streets because if you sleeping with Olivia and knowing that she's sleeping with this person, that person, this person, we all seen this on live. I mean, she's having these egg appointment dates and stuff. Well, she's not even having dates. She's having egg appointments. Okay, she's not even going on dates. She's not going to movies. She's just doing it in the bed. Okay, she's opening her, cocking her legs open, and spreading low and spreading wide. Okay, that's what she's doing allegedly. Okay, from what she says. Okay. So it would make sense, you know what I'm saying? And then like Olivia says on her, and this is what Olivia said now. Now I'm not again, do I believe her? Possibly, okay, on this. She said Gerard has also been spreading it low and spreading it wide, okay? In the words of Evelyn, Miss Evelyn, Miss Evie, Miss Evelyn Braxton, okay? She also said that Gerard was also just like a dog. So it didn't really matter. I'm not one of those women who think all men are dogs. So if y'all gonna come over here and say a man gonna do what a man gonna do, I would disagree with you over here. I would tell you people gonna do what they gonna do because I find that women cheat too. Okay, women cheat just like men cheat. Okay, now this ain't the 1600s, and even in the 1600s, women was having different type of children. Okay, which is probably this is how I got her. Okay, my mother had sex. Now she was a child having sex. Don't get it twisted. But beforehand, before my mom had sex and had produced me, I'm not talking about that. But let's go back to my biological father. It's really like how my biological father got her, but that's a whole nother conversation I won't mention. Okay, but again, people are human and they do what they do. Okay, I don't have judgments for that. Anyway, unless it is done to me. If it's done to me, I'm going to act the fool, okay? We all will, right? But I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to just take it on cheek and be like, well, oh, because I did this in a former life or because I did this. See, I think sometimes y'all be like, well, y'all get them how you get them. You get them how you see them. That ain't always the case. Everything is not black and white, y'all. Y'all got to be honest. Everything is not black and white here in this world, okay? Some things, sometimes there's a gray area. Sometimes people could do things a lot better, right? We all could do things a lot better, but think about it like this. If we have not gone through the things we have gone through as human beings, then none of us would fucking be here, okay? If your daddy might have liked somebody else, okay? And then your mama walks her ass in here looking scrumptious, looking good, and your daddy looking good, and they looking good to each other. And then your dad was like, fuck this, forget this other chick because I'm in love with your mama. And you wouldn't be here, okay? So we ain't gonna play these pump puss ass games. We're not gonna sit up here and lie. How you doing, Mysterious? We're not gonna sit up here and lie and act like this shit don't happen, because it does happen, okay? A lot of us would not be here today. Hello? Am I still, yeah, am I on the speaker? Do y'all still hear me? Am I on the speaker? Do you still hear me? Okay? So things happen. Okay. And again, I'm one of them people. I'm a healer. So I'm one of them people that understand that there's no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So with those children that Olivia pushed out her puss, could have, or cooch, could I say coach, that when she pushed out her cooch, she could have had those children. So could have been preparing Antonesia for her future, because she might meet a nice man like Lipstick Alley said. I'm sorry, girl, I apologize. Not Lipstick Alley. Lipstick Pimp said, no. It was real facts. I apologize. Real facts said this, and I agree with this. She could meet, but this is just my interpretation of it. I'm doing a spin, and I'm vibing off of what everybody has already said, and I'm just putting my spill in here, and I'm adding to what they didn't already said. Okay, y'all. So bear witness. Just bear with me, not bear witness, but bear with me on this. Not bear witness yet. Now I'm gonna ask y'all to bear witness in a few minutes, but not right now. Okay. Now, as I was saying, was that might be a way for her to understand how motherhood is, because she became a stepmother. And so it may be preparing her for her future. Who knows? Her and Gerard may have children. Gerard might do a reversal, okay? Or they might choose to adopt, or they might borrow some sperm from somebody else. We don't know this, and that could possibly happen. How you doing, Southside? That's not Gerard. I understand. There's a tattoo on the man's leg. How y'all letting her play in y'all face? So Gerard is the only dark skinned man in Texas. No, I don't believe that. But I'm saying that at the end of the day, see, what I'm not gonna do in here, as I stated when I first came up here Southside, you probably didn't hear me when I first came in here. I wasn't really referring to the pictures, because I didn't really, them pictures are blurred. Okay, because I can't really tell them pictures. But I do believe in my spirit that something happened. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I believe something took place. I said something inappropriate. I didn't say he slept with her. I said something inappropriate took place. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat that and lie and say and not tell you that I don't believe that something inappropriate didn't happen for a married man. Now, they don't, whether he slept with her, I don't know. I was not there. Okay. She has yet to show his face. Right. I agree with that. I can't go off on the pictures, because them pictures was blurred and they was weird looking. And I mean, if that was Gerard, I mean, she would have really showed them all true and true, right? So again, I can't go off on those pictures. We're speaking on a hypothetical note. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, Southside, she ain't playing in my face. Okay, so let's get that straight right now. Okay. But what we're doing right now is we're speaking on if I was her and this is what happens. Okay. This is hypothetically, right? She's doing this because she is banking that y'all believe her. Shaking my head. She's a known liar. Of course she is. Okay, so let me finish my point. Because I don't want to get off track. I want you to keep saying what you're saying, okay? But just hear me out. You gotta hear me out though. I want you to still comment, but I want you to hear me out too, okay? Just hear me out. So again, my opinion is never gonna be popular, okay? So I want everybody to understand that when they come up to this platform, you're not gonna agree with me. Ever, probably. Okay? Just my interpretation. Again, do I believe he did it? I don't know. I was not there. I can only comment on what I feel like possibly could have happened. I do believe Gerard was inappropriate. I'm not gonna lie. Do I believe he's necessarily slept with her, I think Olivia would have more on tape. No, I think he probably said some things. He probably went over there. He probably didn't do nothing with her. He might not have done nothing with her. He probably just went over there and he shouldn't have been over there. You get what I'm saying? Which could lead to people, which could lead to something that didn't happen. You get what I'm saying? Either way, I think Gerard put himself in a bad situation. That's what I'm gonna tell you. That's what I'm gonna tell you because it's a lot. I can't explain it. I can't break down that other part. We'll talk about that later. Once everything come out, because there's more to come out. Okay. Once everything come out, because I'm not really an exposing channel. I'm gonna leave that up to everybody else. Okay. Southside. I'm just talking about what came out. Okay. All right. What may have came out or what that people say came out. Let's be clear about that, okay? But I'm not really exposing channel unless one of these mommies try to come against me, okay? And they have not really done that, okay? So let's continue, okay? Again, if I like I said, if I was her and this turned out to be true, okay? Again, hold on. Let me go back to my phone and I'm gonna read the following what I sent to this other content creator. Okay. Well, when I sent to this content creator, because I can't call myself a content creator yet. Okay. I gotta get more content going. I have to really start putting more into this channel. Okay. All right, let's continue. You ready? Are you ready, Southside? Let's talk, girl. Keep talking. I'm not mad at you. I'm just telling you again, this is my interpretation on if this is true. I do believe Gerard know who his child mama is, and I think he should have protected himself better. I will say that, okay? Again, I don't know about that picture. That picture didn't really look like I couldn't really see. I couldn't really see it to make a judgment on that picture, but I do believe some things have happened, okay? I'm gonna be honest. All right. Inappropriate. Whether or not he slept with her or ate her box, I don't know. I was not there. But I would think the way Olivia is, she probably got more on there if he actually did. We know her, right? We know that much about her. Okay, her character. Okay. Um, he would have to apologize publicly. Okay. Okay, I already told about the bad man at this point. From what it seems like, they said he didn't. They said he didn't wear condoms. That's was the word that's going on. I don't know this. I'm not with him. So he thinks that so he likes the surprise. Oh, I can't say that. That's online. How you doing, KB? Dr. A, I just like her saying Gerard is the only one she's been with since January. Valentine's Day and Boogie was in her bed. Girl, we know that's a lie, right, KB? Now we know she's not playing. Now that's another thing. That's another thing that I feel like Gerard. I feel like if he did it, he's dumb because Olivia done been with too many damn people. Like for real, seriously, should have been with too many damn people out here on these YouTube streets. Okay, and it's like asking for packages, surprise packages. You know what surprise packages? Whatever form of package, it can come in different packages. You know what I'm saying? It's different type of packages. I have a client that came in and they had a particular package, and I had to make some herbs for them. I had to put a little kit together for their package, and it was a package that they could get rid of, but not all of them you can. Okay. But anyway, and I said it's nasty ass. I said that's nasty as hell, right? And I really feel sorry for the children because I do believe that there is too much manipulation going on. It's too many games that are being played. That's really where the issue comes off. It's too many games that are being played. Like I believe, and this is just something I will say this to everybody's face. Not that I have a dog in the fight, but I think, coming from, I've been a wife, right? I've been but you know what? I've been the type of woman. I'm gonna tell you something. I just carry myself a little bit differently. One thing I'm gonna tell you about me is I don't interact with the with the other person unless I know that we can have a good rapport, because I'm not going to be getting into it with you. I don't want to be fighting with you. I don't want to be having to cuss you out. I don't want to go through all that. And this is the thing I said about an Antonisha a long time ago, and I like Antonisha, okay? However, I did say it's a long time ago. I said that I just wouldn't deal with Gerard. I wouldn't deal with Gerard because I would not want to deal with Olivia, because it's too much mess that come with her. And it's not like he can't, I'm not saying he should be able to control her, but I'm saying he could control her through those courts. See, it's some things that can actually be done that Olivia has came in here and played too much here on this internet, okay? And she's just done way too much stuff, for anybody, for any woman, any sane woman to not who has a career or who really wants to do something with her life to jeopardize. And it's just not worth it trying to raise somebody else's children when again, you don't have children of your own, uh that and you should want, and if you're raising his children, in hell you need to get some children as well. And I don't think it's anything wrong with her being a stepmom, first of all, but easily, just like she's a instant mom, why the hell can she have other children as well? You know what I'm saying? She could adopt. There's other means of having children. Okay, she should be able to have children just like she's taking care of Gerard's children. If she wants them, if she wants them, at this point she deserves a lot. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Because she is raising Olivia children, and I think this is a dangerous game for Olivia, because you never put yourself in a situation, and Gerard too. You know that Olivia is okay. Let's look at it from, again, I'm looking at it from different points. I agree with everybody on this. But I'm gonna say this. People didn't really say this as much, but Olivia is unstable. You said it. You said it out your own mouth, Gerard. Olivia is unstable. And that anything that you do can impact the sanctity of your children. Okay? And 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 this too. And this as well. How you doing, Darla? You cooking and listening, I appreciate it. I'm folding clothes and drinking coffee, so I understand. At this point, that you got this woman, and hopefully you're not this stupid. Hopefully you're not this stupid. I'm just gonna call it a bean, okay? Hopefully you're not this damn stupid, okay? That you would allow this girl to play in your face about and cheating and sleeping with her and giving her any inclination of any kind of hope that y'all might have something going. Because that's what Olivia's coming up here and saying. And it feels like it. Now, do I believe that Zolo Bands told her some stuff? I do. Do I believe Gerard said some things? Yes, I do. I do, y'all. Do I believe that Zolo Bands slept with Olivia? No. After he got with Donna? No. Do I believe Gerard slept with Olivia? It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. I think it's more possible that Gerard slept with Olivia because Gerard is in the same city. Do I believe Zolo Bands would have slept with Olivia? Well, he's not in the same city. Okay? He's not in the same city. Okay? Gladys. Okay? I know your wig too tight. Okay? Um, uh, when dealing with Leah, right, never put yourself in a position where she can twist and manipulate. Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make, y'all. This is the point I'm trying to make. And this whole point can really sour a marriage, because I would never trust you again. Even if you didn't sleep with her, I would feel like in my mind that you would want to. Okay? And I wouldn't be able to trust you, and I couldn't and if I can't trust you, I can't be married to you. Okay? Because you can never, like Darla just hit the nail on the token. Now we're getting somewhere. See, y'all looking at it Y'all on some looking at Olivia because y'all know that picture's a little suspect, right? Southside, that picture is suspect. So I'm not basing my energy or findings off of that, okay? Because Olivia is Olivia at the end of the day, right? But y'all gotta remember, let's go back to a couple of things. Let's go back to that girls' trip, right? That girls' trip, we can say whatever we want to, but one thing we do know about those girl trip, or one thing we believe, I'm gonna say believe because it's a belief. One thing we believe about that girls trip is that some drugs was involved in that girls trip, and we're not gonna play them games, okay, y'all? So Olivia will tell the truth and lie as well. We know this. So there's some truth to what she's saying, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it's some truth. Now, to what degree? That's between Gerard and Tanisha. To what degree? You understand what I'm saying? Until it comes out, then we'll really get into it more. Until there's actual proof, until we get the actual proof. But there is videos out there where Gerard, I haven't seen them, so I can't comment on them, okay, y'all? But there are videos out there. I have not seen them. Dr. A has not seen them. I haven't. I have not seen them. I just saw that picture, and that picture didn't, I can't really tell, okay? But there are videos out there that Gerard allegedly went inside of this girl's apartment. Now, there are alleged text messages and voice messages and things that he said. I have not seen them, so I cannot clarify. I have not seen them. Now other channels have seen them. Pineapples says that there's some confirmed people that she know, a source that says that Gerard was inappropriate. To what degree? I'm on that wavelength too. Okay? But just a point, and I said this before, it's just a point of the fact this is your man. Now just imagine this being your man. And and you cannot, it's beyond, you can't stand his ex, okay? Because of she almost got him unalive by the police. Let's be honest. The black man in America is not, not even just really black people in America is not really safe when it comes to police brutality. I'm trying to tell y'all because listen, I'm from St. Louis, and I've gone through police brutality myself. Okay, I can't. Some things I can't talk about because I listen. Just understand that in St. Louis, and I can speak on other cases that I have been involved in. Okay, that police do not, like, even the black police are no better, okay, in most states. Now, I've met some decent police along the way, but out of 100, not so much. Now, a small percentile, I would say 2%. I've met only 2% of police officers that were decent. And the couple ones that I met, one of them was white, one of them, the other one was black. Only two, okay? One black cop and a white cop, okay? That were decent. The rest of my experience with the police has not been great. I promise you. Even with a legal license, driver's license, registration, and all those things that I'm supposed to have as an American citizen driving. Okay? So I'm not gonna have that conversation with y'all. Don't come up here and try to tell me. But what I'm telling you, when Olivia did that for me, I lost all respect for her, because even if she don't like Gerard, even if her mama, that let me know something, darling. That let me know, and the rest of y'all in Southside, that let me know that that let me know, and Mysterious, that let me know, and how you doing, Miss Jones? And Miss Jones, that let me know that Olivia and her mama some damn racist. That let me know. Even if I had a question, if there's a question of my heart, you know what I mean? If there's a question that I had in my heart or in my soul, I would cuss you out about that. I don't care. I don't give a damn what your political beliefs are. I don't give a damn about who you voted for. But let me tell you something. The black people in America with these police is not safe. I, listen, you Google it. Google police brutality cases in America. And you tell me, you can't tell me shit. I don't give a damn. Look, you Google it. You can look it up on your own. But you're not going to argue with me on that. And when Olivia and her mama did that and her children were in the car, do you understand that the children, I done seen cases, y'all, I done went to people's homes. Y'all understand? I'm about ready to cry. I'm trying not to. But I done went to people's homes and set up with family members holding their mama's hand and hugging on the mama and hugging on the dang daddy and trying to fight these people, fight for these people. And do you understand that some of the children were even in the car? Do you understand that some children have been unalived? Innocent babies, little babies that they couldn't even talk and fend for themselves. And some of them may not have passed away, but they saw their parents being murdered. Okay? So we ain't gonna play these games. And when Olivia did that, I said, to hell with her. Hello? When her mama said that her children, her grandchildren were being kidnapped, I said, to hell with her too. Because they could have got this man assassinated. Okay? So we ain't gonna have this conversation. So if you come in here and say something stupid, I'm gonna cuss you out on that one, on that part. Now everything else, yeah, I can say what I want to about Gerard, but I mean on that part, okay? Okay. But anywho, how you doing, Walk? Welcome to McFlicky Palace. Let me go back here and read what Darla said, okay? All right, I'm gonna start with Darla. Okay, when dealing, yeah, exactly. First rule of a girl's trip is never discuss what happens on the girl trips. Exactly. She's been calling his wife a maid and drags her every chance she gets. That's true. And she gets then Gerard allegedly sleeps with her. Nisha better than me. Okay. How you doing, Walk? I don't believe that picture is Gerard because I've seen the picture before. I don't understand why he is letting Olivia, right, be so reckless with his name. See, this is okay. This is Darla brought up a good point. I'm not saying Southside, you did. You did bring up a good point. You brought up a point basically of the fact that uh, this is a Southside point. At the end of the day, that picture don't look like them, and I can't see it. I can't see it to say whether it look like them. She said she didn't. Walk said she didn't see the picture. Well, I'm not. My reaction is not based about the picture. I would have the picture up here, y'all. Okay. So anybody come in here, please let them know my reactions right now here today is not based about what I've seen on that picture. Okay. So just take the picture out the equation. But y'all want to keep it in there, cool. But that's not for me. That's not what I'm reacting to. Okay. So Southside Point is really good on that point. Okay. So then Darla has a good point about Olivia being a lie manipulator and why would Gerard put himself in that situation. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's a really good point. Now, Walk says a really good point about basically Olivia dragging oh girl, and you understand that it's just certain things that should not be coming back to me as the wife. I don't care if she cheated on. I don't care if how she got him and all this other type of stuff. Listen. It's some things. It's just a lot that you have to deal with being a wife of Gerard's. And this is no disrespect to Gerard. This is just real. We got to talk about this part. The part of dealing with Gerard is you got to deal with Olivia. Hello? Olivia has a following on YouTube. We could act like whether people don't like her. Again, she got a lot of smuts over there that follow that bullshit. And when when you don't like Olivia sends her people over to different people's channels. and they have harassed, stalked, did all kind of stuff. So we're not gonna play these games. Okay? Okay. So just imagine what, you know, aside of the content creators and what Olivia has tried to do to certain content creators, but let's think about the fact of what Antonisha has probably had to go through with Olivia, because she know Olivia, y'all, through being with Gerard. Okay, so that's a lot to deal with. Okay, besides the alleged cheating, so-called alleged cheating. Okay, but having to deal with her, how can you have a peace of mind and having to deal with her? I told y'all that from Jump Street. I said I don't think I would get with Gerard. Gerard seemed like a nice person. I said I wouldn't probably get with him because I would not want to deal with Olivia. Let's go back. Do y'all recall me saying that? Didn't I say that? And look at this chickadee now. Now you at the point now, well, how can you really necessarily trust your man? Because it's been something said now. It's been something that happened. Now, I don't know to what degree, but my spidey senses says that Gerard has been inappropriately. And I would say that to his face. Okay? Now, on this picture thing, I don't know about that. But what I do know is some things that he should have said or done, he shouldn't have did. And he shouldn't have, put this way, he should have let his guard down with Olivia. That's the bottom line. And that's something that you never do. And as a married man, I still would consider that cheating. But that's just how I think. I think the fact that if you giving your ex any details or any information or giving her a leg up on anything in reference to me, that's going to be a problem without notifying me first. You understand? Without talking to me about it, I don't give a damn if the children live with me, even that should be a conversation with us. Anything that's going to involve me or my household, and you go outside and you tell another hoe about what the fuck I got going on or what's happening or what I'm doing or anything to that degree, goddamn it, I consider that fucking cheating. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if it's a surprise party, but I'm a Taurus though. I'm territorial like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? So if some shit I don't like let fly by. Okay? All right, let's continue. See, I guess some of y'all I done ruffled some of y'all feathers. Y'all done got mad at me. Because it's only 6 people in here now, because y'all done got mad at what I said. But hey, this is my channel. And I'm gonna express myself just like I allow y'all to express yourself. I'm not tripping with y'all. I just ask y'all to hear me out. You dig? Let's go. Dr. A, that's why it is so hard for me to believe that he would spend the block with her, right? After everything that she has done, right, and said, right. But you got to remember, but she was mean to his parents. Okay, so let's go back when he left his parents and family and stopped talking to them for years, based up off of Olivia. I mean, you don't think he'll do that again? Okay. I don't know. I just think, yeah, she been playing on his grandmother name and his mama name. She been doing this kind of stuff, y'all. She been doing it. She been doing that. She didn't stop doing that. She was doing that when he was in her face. What you mean? I'm not mad she walked. I'm just talking to you. I'm telling you, when she was with him, she been doing that. She didn't just stop this shit. She been doing it. She been playing on their tops. You know what I mean? Girl. But I love y'all perspectives in here. I'm not tripping with y'all, okay? I told y'all I work with a homicide in the homicidal division, working with the police. There's a good ones and there's some bad ones that have absolutely no business with a badge or a un. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Darla. Yes, ma'am. You're not lying, but I'm just telling you about. I've only met 2 of them that was decent. I'm from St. Louis. I ran into a lot, and I'm telling you that, and all around the country, some of them did a lot of dog stuff, and especially if you have a whole police department that's in on it. That's like if you got them sundown towns. See. Let me tell you something, darling. I done been to sundown towns, and I know you know what those are. And I'm telling you, the whole town was in on some stuff. You feel me? I mean, I done been through some things. If I could sit down, if I could write a book on some of this shit that I done been through in my life, I'm telling you, there's some shit I done saw. It will make your head spin. You hear me? Nisha most definitely is a better woman than me because I would never tolerate the disrespect. Exactly, because it's about the respect. It's about the respect. It's about the fact, it's the inclination of the fact that you would even call her or go through any of that stuff, or even make yourself making me look crazy in front of my wife. I'm telling you. I mean, I've been in situations with somebody and I was like, look, I don't know if this happened, that happened, but I don't feel comfortable about this situation. You need to handle it. Okay. And that particular person that I was dealing with called up a situation and made that plain. You get what I'm saying? Handle that. Handle that shit. You're not listen. I'm not finna be looking like no fool, right? I'm not finna be looking like no fool. I'm not talking about I don't care what everybody else think about me. I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about somebody what everybody think about me. We're not basing the situation off of that. What we're basing the situation off of is how I feel about myself. I'm not getting ready to be feeling like a fool. Let me say not looking. I'm not gonna feel like a fool. If I get the feeling like a fool, that's gonna be a problem. I can't be in a marriage where I'm not comfortable. I can't be in a marriage where I can't take off my shoes and pass gas and kick my foot up and comb my hair and damn take my locks down. You get what I'm saying? Unbraid my locks. You know what I mean? I gotta be in a situation where I can trust you on every level. I have bank account information. I have certain proper, you know what I mean, certain properties and certain things that are wielded to me, certain life insurance policies and shit. See, Gerard and Olivia didn't have life insurance and none of that bullshit. They weren't really. They was married, but they weren't really married like that. They didn't have investments together. Okay, they didn't get to that point. They weren't even married that long to get to that point. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that. And if I feel like I'm paranoid, so if I feel like at any point in time that somebody's gonna try to do something like that to me, or because I'm gonna feel like you try to take me out. See, if you get to cheating and all that stuff, like, oh, he's trying to have me killed so he can take the insurance money. Okay, all right. Well, you know what? We gonna handle you. I'm gonna handle you. I'm gonna handle you the way that I need to handle you. Okay. All right. So I'm just saying, why put please misspell your curse words. Yeah, I don't want to put myself in a situation where Antodisha is in a situation where she don't know. She's in a do or die situation. It's not just about a man. It's bigger than a man. It's the fact that it's the fact that who he's with. It's who he was with. See, I'm talking about from the get-go, the fact that she decided to forgive him and take him back. The fact of who Olivia is. Because I think for me, I think she's a psychopath. Okay. And so you being with somebody and they ex is a psychopath, that's dangerous to me. Okay. I'm trying to understand why she think that her nasty cookie is so special. She give it outright, and anybody that pay her attention is dipping back into her after. Right, she been out and raw and dogging, exactly. And so that's another thing. So not only is she a psychopath, but she loose. She a loose out there woman is loose. Meaning she has multitude of sex partners, and you don't know whether or not they are wrapping it up. And it seems like, I mean, obviously, if she has two other children, it comes off as it's not being wrapped up. Just being honest, allegedly. Okay. So damn. So not only you trying to bring me some shit back, you trying to get me hurt. No. It's a possibility of you trying to give me work because we're all sleeping together. I'm sleeping with everybody that she done laid down with. I'm sleeping with everybody that you possibly laid down with. Hell, she might, people got their own bodies. People got enough bodies on their own, let alone your partner's sex partners and their sex partners and their sex partners. And everybody has their sex partners, and it's just fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's continue. I'm ruffling some feathers here. I guess I'm ruffling some feathers here, huh, y'all? Am I making some people upset? Am I not saying what you want me to say? Okay. Gerard said it out of his own mouth that he could never be around Olivia alone because she's going to make him right, exactly, make up lies and fabricate stories, exactly. So why would he put himself in in that predicament? Exactly. Exactly. Crazy. So why even give people room, give her room to talk anything? Okay. So if they are speaking for hours on the phone, where is his wife? Now that's true. Where is his wife? So were they speaking hours? Where he at work? Was or Olivia just making up some stuff? Okay. And I thought that they have to talk through an app, right? Have something changed? Okay, that's a good question. That's a good question. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm 11 people in here. I guess I'm pissing some people off. Okay, because I'm questioning some things. Oh, okay. So y'all mad at me because I'm questioning some things, because I'm expressing myself over here, because I'm just talking about the level of respect. Because we're getting into a respect thing. We're getting into a thing of the fact of being with Olivia just in general, because we're talking about that. We're not just going to talk about like the stuff out here on these YouTube streets. We're giving our interpretation. We're not going to always agree. And my opinion is never going to be popular. Okay. So please do not get mad at me because I'm telling you how I feel. Okay. And I believe Olivia do have a bit of truth. Is everything Olivia said her mouth truth? Hell no. Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Olivia sends her kids back home, then comes out with this chaos. So now they're playing this mess out. Ooh. And see, that's another thing, Olivia. And see, Straight Facts talked about this too. Man, listen, you look on, if we go and look online, it's not just online, but if y'all watch crime stories like I do, I'm telling you, it is dangerous out here to do shit like this. You don't do, sometimes people may feel like Antonisha may feel like she has nothing to lose. We don't know that, Olivia. You don't put yourself in, or you know, more than likely you don't put yourself in harm's way, and you damn sure don't put your children in harm's way. This is the dumbest thing for you to do. Even if it's true or not. Suppose it's totally not true, y'all. Maybe she's lying on the whole thing and the fact that she done told this woman. Suppose this woman gets so angry that she just says, F Gerard, leaves those children in the house by themselves, and something happens. Or she does something. Who knows? Why do that? At the end of the day, this woman is raising your children, whether you like her or not. She is raising your children, and you don't have to like her. You shouldn't probably not like her. You don't have to like her. No, there's nobody in the rule book says you have to like her, and there's no rule in the rule book for you. And I've said this before because I was just messing with Olivia because I don't like her. But there's no. I wouldn't even tell you that you deserve that. You have to thank her. I don't think you should thank her, because if she with your man, she with your excuse me, if she's with your ex, and the children are a part of a package deal, so either she's gonna do it or she ain't, and that's just the bottom line. So if anything, Gerard should thank her, and this is a possible thanks that you're giving your wife. Oh, okay, Gerard. Hopefully you didn't do this. Okay, let's continue. Okay, and this is a dangerous game that all of y'all are playing. Okay, and I'm gonna say this. The only thing I disagree with Antonisha on is Olive has talked about her. So when you talk about me, I'm gonna talk about you. But I think she shouldn't say too much about the children. I think she should kind of leave the children out of it. Like, I don't think it was necessary that she made that comment about babysitter check. But again, she might have been trolling her because of, they got their own situation going on. But I think she should have not said that. But don't get it twisted. Olivia has called her the babysitter, the maid, and the babysitter, and all kind of egregious things. Okay. But I'm just saying, I probably wouldn't have, I don't think that was too good. Okay. True, she made him choose over his family, and he chose exactly her. Exactly. Hold on, y'all. How you doing, Paulette? I guess some of y'all mad at me. Okay. How you doing, Tiangela? I'm still here and I was getting food off the grill. Okay, no problem. Okay. I'm telling you that I am not violent and confrontational person, but baby, Olivia would have gotten her blankety blank Texas size. Okay. Okay. Darla, what are you grilling? I was telling my son that I felt like eating some ribs and some grilled fish. Okay. All right, walk. Okay. Olivia is the devil. Gerard is desperate to go backwards, right? With his POS. She is nasty with them too, baby daddy. Daddies ain't no way. Okay. That's what Paulette said. Walk. Mexican chicken, asparagus, I made refried beans, and Mexican cornbread. The Mexican cornbread sounds interesting. Sounds great. Good refried beans. Okay, 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 okay. I don't even know what Mexican chicken is. What exactly is Mexican chicken? Um, all I can say is that he is weak, trifling man. If he would go back into that after all those, after that, his wife have done for him and his kids. Okay, I wouldn't be with him after he was with her. That's true. I would be really sick. Daughter, that sounded delicious and divine. Okay. Yes, her box is disgusting and scary. This is what Paulette says. Couldn't be me. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm trying to understand is why this story didn't come out until Antonisha called her the babysitter. Because sometimes people are calculated. You recall, okay, so let's go to this. Do y'all remember that when Chris got up there and was basically talking about the children on a TSI's platform, when Chris got up there and saying that the children should be able to play sports and nobody should be keeping the children out of sports or whatever he said to that degree. I can't quote everything, okay? But he said something to that degree. And basically, Olivia saw that. She got in her feelings. She kind of, in my opinion, made Jasmine strike Tess a video for Olivia. And Olivia came out and blasted her. So don't forget that, okay? Now, um, and I'm on vacation and that hit a nerve. And said I'm on vacation and that hit a nerve. Okay. And now this story is out. I don't know. Right. And sometimes the fact that he took her out on a vacation can also have tripped her up. Like, how come I can't go on a vacation? You understand what I'm saying? How come Olivia haven't been on? Gerard never really took Olivia on a vacation. Not for real, not out of the country, not like he's done with Antonisha. Not saying that Livia's a hoe, but when she burps, you hear children's crying. That's pretty good, Darla. That's pretty damn good. Let me highlight that. That was pretty damn good, Darla. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my god, that was pretty funny. You absolutely agree, Paulette? Okay, would you agree with Walk? Okay, cool. All right. Here we go. Let me highlight that comment. Okay. See, I know y'all like me showing the videos all the time. I get tired of hearing. I don't mind. I don't mind having a conversation. Sometimes I just like having a conversation. I get tired of actually looking at these hookers though. Sometimes, and I like to have more of a conversation. Okay. All right, now Walk states, let me okay. She's basically talking, she's adding Paulette, okay? And she says that she had a this to say that it was between my legs he wants. Oh, okay. Didn't he say that she smelled? Guess you like nasty cookies. Okay. Oh God. Oh wow. Woo, y'all is crazy in here, honey. Paulette, and Paulette, I think it's time for Gerard and Tanisha to speak out. Well, they don't. Okay, here's the thing. I agree. I understand, Walt. But you know what? I mean, they're not really. They're not on social media like that. I mean, they're on like IG, Nick, and they show they fun times. They not really. You know what I mean? They're not like, they don't have YouTube channels. Like they're not like celebrities like Olivia thinks she is in her head, right? So they're just kind of speaking out of how they feel and this and that. They don't really go in unless it gets really intense. And this is an intense moment, right? We kind of see that, right? Um, so they don't really owe us anything. Gerard and Tanisha owe each other, I guess. They owe their marriage, not necessarily us here on the YouTube streets. But I get what you're saying. If this is not true, uh, then why are you allowing her to play on you, right, in your wife's name? Well, that's what I'm saying. It has to be a level of respect again. Okay. Now, remember Betty, ooh, girl. Whoo, girl, I was just looking at, listen, Darla, girl. I looked at that, it was a documentary and I watched the whole movie just last week. I watched it. I seen that a long time ago when it first came out. I think it came out in like the 90s or something. I remember that. Woo, girl. It's kind of, that was one of them hard situations. That was like kind of jacked up because in some ways, damn, I mean, it's like she shouldn't have killed them, but goddamn, he was kind of fucking her up though in that court. Oh my God. Plus he was a lawyer. Broderick, girl, that Broderick story, girl, oh my God, he had her in court. Like if she tripped or she did anything he didn't like, he'll be like, okay, 100 minus $100 from your spousal support. And it got to the point where the children stopped really wanting to be around her. And girl, she took the children's key, to go into the house. I mean, she was doing some crazy stuff. They were kind of both like jacked up. And then it was like so bad for their wedding. He couldn't even tell nobody when the wedding was, girl, where the wedding was gonna be at. And girl, at first she got off, and then it was a hung jury, and then they tried it again, girl. That wasn't no hung jury that second time. That was crazy. I don't know. That was one of those situations where she took it too far, but shit, he took it too far too on some levels. But he still didn't deserve that. That was crazy. You hear me? That was crazy. Okay? Girl. And so that's why I would be leery of Olivia. Very dangerous people can lose their lives behind this type of foolery and foolishness. Exactly. Or the children could be hurt in physically, mentally, psychological ways because these are too many games that these children have been playing on. Like for example, like Olivia, every time those children have a good time with Antonisha, the children Olivia, when they come back to Olivia's house, Olivia is so mean to them. I'm telling you, that shiggity is crazy. Okay. Mm-mm. Now, I'm not biased. I know some of y'all know I can't stand Olivia her character up here on this platform. And I can't, okay? But just because I can't stand her character, and I might like Gerard better than I like her. Like if he was a content creator and he got out here, but he was a content creator with Olivia on her channel. But some of the stuff he said is problematic too for a black man. Hell no. Y'all just want me to just be on his side, and I'm not gonna do that. Okay? Let's continue. Yeah, that story was a hot damn mess, girl. Olivia is a psycho, right? Just might get off on the deep end, right? Obviously. Uh, Paulette, you are not lying about this hot mess, girl. Yes, it does, Darla, girl. And they say the neighbor said that he was over there playing with AJ. Ooh, mm. Who is the neighbor and where is the proof? You like to see receipts, girl. We all like to see receipts. Marinated in Mexican spices, lime, and some tequila. Okay, got it. Okay, so that's okay. Got it. Okay, so because I asked you what the hell was damn Mexican chicken. Okay, okay, so okay, that's interesting. Thanks, Darla. Big Funky was in bed with her daughter and a stranger on the internet, and she is disgusting. Yeah, that was a bit too much. Okay. All right. Gerard never took Olivia anywhere but the back seat. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. You think I'm going to be giving up my cookies while this man is taking another woman out of the country? Girl, you look like a whole clown. And see, that's another thing. Now, Olivia, if this is true, he took his whole wife on a vacation and you ain't never went nowhere, number one. Well, not like that. Okay? Number two, he's still with his wife. He's not left. Okay? So, what does that say? And I'm sure if she left, he would beg her to come back. He did not beg you to come back. He just left you. Okay? And so, for your sake, why would you even want to deal with somebody that wants that is still making you pay child support? He didn't say, well, after you slept with him allegedly, that oh, we're gonna share custody or oh, we can work this custody agreement out. No, he still got you on papers. He has not changed a beat. And it's getting ready to get worse for you, girl. So why out him and why out yourself? You messed up your own blessings if this is the case. You're going to make it to the point, and whether this is true or not true, you're going to make it to the point where you're not going to be able to really have as much contact with your children, and you're going to be in the worst boat or worst shape that you have been in. Okay? Because all he got to do is tell the judge that you're causing a nuisance on his post. You're causing a nuisance with his children because you are telling the children all these things and turning his children against him. All he has to do is play your things on YouTube, everything that you put on YouTube and the way you talk to the children, all of your children. And girl, in a minute, they will limit your visitation, okay? You better stop playing. This is something bigger at stake. It's bigger than you and Gerard, Olivia. Girl. Olivia is a whole slower. Girl, y'all crazy. True. I understand that they are not on social media like that, but this chick has been playing with their marriage, their relationship, right, and their name for too long, and it's time for him to put a stop to it. And I can agree with that. But again, they can't change her, but they can put some provisions involved. I agree. I agree. He can put some kind of provisions involved, like don't even bring up my name. Stop talking about us. Don't put our name in it. None of that. Okay. And stop putting the children on the internet. How about that? Darla, that is what I am saying, right? Olivia is on the verge of the Betty, girl. Mm. She could not take the other women being girl. Mm. Now she don't want them to be glorious, girl. Hell no. I agree with that, girl. I'm sorry, I was trying to get some out my teeth. Okay. Now, she put him through law school, right? And she, girl, exactly, girl, and she was waiting to be paroled, right? and she is waiting to be paroled, girl. Exactly, girl. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, so he was wrong on a lot of levels, girl, because she hooked him up, girl. She took a back seat for him to like aspire to be great, girl. He became a law partner. She hooked him the hell up. She hooked him up. You hear me? Because don't people don't understand that just because the man is doing all the work, don't think that the woman behind that he don't have a strong woman behind him that is ensuring that his children have a great education, taking them to basketball, football, or whatever it is that she doing as a mom, or educating them, making sure that everything is in order, making sure that the clothes is clean, the house is clean, making sure that like the woman's work is never done, or a woman or a person who stays in the house, a housemate or a housewife or a house husband, they are ensuring that the sanctity of your children is in line with what you're trying to do. While you're out there, you don't have to worry about that because the wife or the housemate or the person is handling everything below above, while you are finding yourself and while you are doing, the work. So she's doing just as much as you're doing, if not more. Okay. Betty got a lot of money in the house and she still wasn't satisfied. Girl, I would have went on and lived my glorious life, my life glorious. Exactly. And see, I agree with that point. She just couldn't get past that. Plus she got her a man. Plus she found her a man that really kind of liked her a little bit. Girl, she could have moved on with her life. She could have just taken what he gave her and let the children have support and seen him. She could have been getting alimony. She could have been having and just accepted what she was and just been hurt and just got training. And just like she didn't need them friends didn't want to deal with her no more, then she could have got her some new friends. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been worried about that man, right? And what was his new wife was doing. Girl, Darla paroled. I'm confused, sis. Girl, she got paroled? Girl. She comes back up for parole in 2032, I think. Okay. Girl, I remember she was on Oprah, girl. How you doing, Teresa? Olivia hates Antonisha so much that she will do anything to get back at her. That's true. Very true. And she very well mean to those web kids. And that's a problem. That's what a problem is. And just because your children, just because your children like somebody else, and I'm a Taurus and I'm territorial. If my children have had step parents and stuff, or girl, or their fathers have had girlfriends and stuff. I didn't care. I didn't trip with them. I was just like, okay, cool. It was okay for them to like them. That is okay. That is perfectly okay for your. That is crazy. So the children can't like somebody else. Golly. Mm. Those kids is going to have to deal with so much trauma from all this dysfunction. Girl, it is dysfunctional. Hey, beautiful Dr. A. How you doing, Teresa? Paulette, she is partitioning the court and wanting to be released. Okay, got it. Yeah, thumbs up the live, y'all. It's only 8 of y'all in here. I guess everybody got bad because I was not going in on Gerard, or I wasn't going in on Olivia, or I wasn't going in on Antonisha. I'm just telling y'all my point. Okay. I guess y'all mad at that. That's some bullshit though. But when you think about it, right, it might be a little true. Maybe that's why that she never went to jail. See, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, well, why he never put her in jail or whatever? But I'm talking. Who did I talk to? What was we talking about this last night? I don't remember. I don't recall. But this is the thing. Now someone was saying, I can't recall, y'all. Shoot, I'm getting old. I can't remember if I don't know if it's me getting old. I can't remember every little detail, but I do remember this. I do remember someone coming up here. I think it was on my platform. And they were saying that nowadays, like child support. Oh, yes, I do. I recall. Okay. I'm hungry came up here yesterday and she stated that in like she's in New York, I'm sorry. And she said that that a lot that child support is not strict as it used to be, as strict as it used to be, she said. And she said that like a lot of laws has changed on that, because remember at first they was like, well, if you don't pay your child support, then we're going to take your driver's license, we're going to lock you up. But how, if you don't have your driver's license, how can you earn money? If you're in jail, how can you pay child support or have a relationship with your child? Which are very true points, but you still have to figure out some way to make them go see their children or have some type of relationship and being able to pay child support. So again, maybe he's tried to see. We don't know the backstory. We don't know necessarily. Maybe he's tried to say something about his child support, and they just didn't. But they was just like, well, only thing we can do is put on child support because laws are changing as far as that's concerned. But I did think about that. But I'm hungry kind of did make me think about that. And I did do a little reading on that. And I was just like, well, I don't, and she's right, actually. She's actually right. They're not really, they're not all states are enforcing that. Right. So even if the father or the mother protests, like, hey, I'm not getting my child support, it's not happening, blah, blah, blah. I'm upset, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of times they're not really pushing them on that point. So right, so that could also be a situation as well, y'all. So we don't necessarily know if that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did press. So I don't know. I'm just kind of on some who knows, who knows. Okay. All right, y'all, come on, y'all. We got to get my numbers up, y'all, because right now I am great. I'm actually going to get a YouTube check this month. Thank you so much for everybody that gave me money here on this platform. Thank you so much. Right now I met my minimum. I'm exactly at $149.14. And if I start like really, I'm gonna really start really trying to work a little bit harder on YouTube, just a tad bit harder, so I can get my numbers up. That's on me. It's not necessarily on yo, but I do appreciate y'all coming in here and sitting with me and chilling and watching me and trying to help me to get to my numbers. It's not just about the money, but even if y'all did $1, $2 on this platform, you don't even have to pay. You don't have to send no money to no Cash App. Y'all don't have to do none of that. Y'all could just pay on YouTube. I will accept that. I don't tell people how to get my money. Even your watch hours, even the fact that y'all watching my channel is definitely helping me to get my money. So go to my videos when I'm not live and go rewatch them, or just let them play while you do your thing. Okay, please, I really appreciate that. But whatever you can do to contribute to this channel, please help me to do so. Okay, and if you have some suggestions, that if you join my membership or what have you, if you decide to join my membership and you're like, well, Dr. A, can you discuss this on your membership? Please help me come up with some ideas to discuss on my membership. It's just 99 cents. If y'all can help me to discuss that, because I have not been doing my membership like I supposed to be yet, just yet, because I'm kind of like, well, what do y'all want to talk about? I'm going to drop, I want y'all to drop that down. If y'all join my membership, and just dictate to me what y'all would like me to talk about. I know when we clown Jasmine about that, but literally, I don't know. I'm kind of like, well, what else do I talk about this check I don't really like? I can do my passions and things like that, and I can do some vlogs. I know Mimi does vlogs. And I said, well, I thought about it. I started asking Mimi, well, Mimi, do you think I should do some vlogs? But anyway, if y'all could help to proceed that, but I really do appreciate everything that y'all have done to get me to getting a check this month. So whatever, for those that donated, for those that spent your time and donations, all that equals money. Okay, so don't think that I think, oh, I'm not Jasmine, y'all. I'm not gonna be like, oh, y'all, I need y'all money, just give me your money and get out my face. No, I feel like your time, I know for a fact that your watch hours is also pushing this narrative of give me this check. Okay, so if y'all would do that, if y'all want me to talk about something, then y'all join my membership and y'all say, Dr. A, can you talk about this? Even if you give me some ideas to talk about on here. I did the bloom thing. Somebody gave me an idea for that. Somebody's like, well, Dr. A, why don't you react to a balloon drop? And then my husband said, well, that's a great idea. I've been told you to do that. And so, of course, then he came on here and reacted to that. Y'all go back and watch that balloon drop with us, because it was kind of funny. You can kind of see our little kind of how we interact with each other a little bit, because he tries to check me, y'all. He did try to check me a little bit, but I was just looking. You should have seen how I looked at him like, what? Anyway, And I'm hungry, girl. Quit saying my husband attractive. I went back and listened to that damn live, girl, and I'm hungry. Said it twice. I'm like, now wait a minute, goddamn it! Don't keep saying my husband is attractive, girl. Now, God damn it, you do it too damn much. I'm territorial. Uh, Hi, T. Angela. I might have made some Jack Daniel and bourbon chicken. Okay, girl. Well, how do you make that? I don't want to do the chicken, but maybe I could do tofu or do some vegetables like that. Can you give me the recipe? Maybe I could put that on some vegetables. You know what I'm saying? My husband don't like, if I try to cook with with alcohol, he probably have a fit. And I probably don't need it either. But y'all can give me some alternative. Maybe I could put some fruit or something, and I could like glaze. I could put fruit on it and kind of flip it into like a hooch. You know what I mean? Okay, y'all. Let's continue. Okay. All right, y'all. We having a really good conversation. LOL, the slower, right? Ain't left the front yard, girl. Okay, Paulette, she was sure was. Girl, there have been many and many of eggplants in that ocean. Girl, oh y'all crazy. So you know that it's very, very fishy and gross. Yeah, your pH that will fuck you keep fucking around with them eggplants, girl. Your damn pH balance will be fuck up. We'll fuck it up, okay? Okay, so you made that too. You I made it up, so I went along, not sure if it was actually Mexican. Okay, girl, y'all look crazy, but that's okay. I like to hear about different desserts. We are women, and I think it's really good that we share different plans. Even though I'm a vegetarian, a lot of your ideals I have used. I ain't gonna lie, to make certain other foods with it. My husband has gotten into the arena of cooking here lately, and God, I have pretty much enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all again. I do appreciate y'all. I can't tell y'all enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can't just thank you for so much for y'all support. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all. Southside, all of y'all. I really do all of y'all. Walk, all of y'all. I really appreciate y'all coming live with me and just, hooking the sister up. Okay. Olivia, okay. So Olivia has been saying for 2 months now that she is getting her kids back. Maybe she thought that if she would do dirty with him, that she would get him back and get the kids back. Right? She is delusional, girl. Even if he did, he can get them damn children back. She really is sure that because that woman probably gonna stay with him despite that, and just to try to make. Because sometimes women to do that. Sometimes women will stay, won't even want the damn man as much as they think they do, and just stay with him just so the other person can get them back. Which is why, hence, Olivia married Gerard. Now, here, hear me out. I'm not gonna say Olivia didn't love Gerard. I would not say that, but I know they have a sick, twisted relationship, in my humble opinion. I'm not sure about the custody stuff, but he just messed up his stuff at court, right? If they were together, girl, okay. Olivia had a disease in her mouth. Oh shit, y'all are crazy. Oh Lord, ugh. I couldn't deal with Olivia. Nope, not me, girl. I couldn't deal with a man that was dealing with Olivia. That's my thing. Darla, girl. So Walker saying at Darla, that is what a man will do if you can put a man through school and put your career to the side, right? They will still walk out the door. Okay? Walk out that door. Walk out that door. Girl. That's why that's another. Let me talk to y'all. That's another reason why I said, well, my husband did, like, I was a stay-at-home wife, but my husband did kind of say, well, you know, well, what do you really want to do? My husband did kind of talk about that. And because I got to the point where I just didn't want to work anymore. And my husband's like, well, you don't have to work. I didn't ask you to work. You wanted to work. I told you when we got together that you didn't have to work. And then I said, well, and then he said, well, what you really want to do? And I said, I want to open up a business. And that's how I came up with my business. And he helped to finance my business. I had a home girl that listened to this, and she gave me my first $100, and I paid for this class. And that's how I got started. You know what I'm saying? Then I had another homegirl. She kept on getting life coaching session with me, and that's why I will forever. That's why I will forever, and I helped to pay for my class, and my husband helped to pay for my class. All of her sessions helped to pay for my class, and my husband did. Okay, so let me tell you something. So what I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be forever with that sister, and her name would be okay. I'll go ahead and tell you who she is. The girl, the one girl that came up here that I interviewed. I would forever be in her gracious because if it wasn't for her, um, doing something, getting some services for me, man, I wouldn't have my class to pay for. And for my husband, I would be grateful, regardless of whether we work out or not. Let me tell y'all something. I would be forever grateful because he has saved my life, and I have saved his life on many occasions. I promise you. Like we done nursed each other back to health. So even if we, decide we don't want to be together, we still gonna be tight. We still gonna be good. We still gonna have a good relationship because of there's a level of respect there on both ends, and there's a level of love. There's gonna always be a level of love. So I understand that. And sometimes when you friends with somebody at first, you just know. You just know. So and that's what I'm saying about Olivia and Gerard. They might have something like that too. So and sometimes when people go through these punk pussy ass games, we see it all the time. We see it all the time. We see people who really try to act like they hate each other, but behind closed door, they really be in love. We seen on that show. Remember that movie that we saw? What was that, Best Man? And then they went into a series. Remember that one character? I forgot that one character. Terrence Howard character, no girl character. They hate each other in person with everybody else, but then behind closed doors, they was screwing y'all, and then they wind up getting married. Hello. And that little girl that he thought that nobody knew that was his actual daughter. Hello. But again, everybody had their own relationships. Yes, Gerard was drunk, alcoholic, living with Olivia stank ass. Oh shit. um, she could not move on, just like Olivia couldn't move on. Some women lose their damn mind over a man, right, in their life. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. But goddamn, he was putting her through some shit though. She was crazy as fuck. I do believe that. Now Betty was crazy as fuck. We're not gonna play like she wasn't. Damn it, she shouldn't have killed him and killed this woman. He shouldn't have did that. Right? She shouldn't have did that. But he was kind of fucked up though. He didn't got this bitch and got him on his feet. She didn't pay for his law school degree. I mean, help him pay for his pay for his law school degree, and focused on the family. And then this is how he treated her. He could have hooked her up though. He really could have hooked her up better. Then he was taking money from her. Every time she looked at him wrong, he was like -$100, -1,000. I'm like, damn. Like, is she a child? He treated her like a straight child. You dated a law student. They teach them how to girl, first day of class, in my opinion. How to lie. Excuse me. How to lie on the first day of class. My fault. I had to click on that. Sorry, Darla. Girl, because I couldn't see. I'm sorry. I had to click on it, make it talk, make it bigger. I apologize. Um, Fishy stank ass ocean. Okay. And right here, Darla, I guess Nisha must really love Gerard. Ain't that much love in the world to put up with that type of crap. Right. It's not even about him doing that, y'all. It's the fact that the level of respect. It's just Olivia do too much to have to deal with her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck want to deal with that? Like, honestly, who want to deal with that shit? Who want to deal with a bitch that is crazy as she is, crazy as a fox? Remember that movie, Crazy, that show, Crazy as a Fox? Who want to deal with that shit? Like, nobody wants. I told y'all that a long time ago. Who in the fuck want to deal with that shit? Nobody wants to deal with that shit. Nobody wants to deal with Olivia's whole ass. Because remember, she got, like I said, she got a larger platform, right? She has a platform, okay? So when she comes live, y'all, and do you know how many people, like, not even reactors? This bitch has 100,000 K subscribers, okay? All right. And so just imagine if you want to get a job or you want to do something like a business or whatever. You know what I mean? In my line of work, they used to say that all good, all they used to say that all advertisement is good advertisement. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. I kind of I don't know. I'm kind of if on that. You did what I'm saying. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to deal with. That you know what I mean. Every time you turn on you go you try to you know what I mean. And then everybody coming to you possibly and asking you, well, do you know? Oh, I know Gerard. You know, people can see you out in Texas and be like, damn. Like Olivia said. Now I believe people are coming up to Olivia? No, but they could, right? And she has 100 and some K subscribers. Now, I do believe some of them damn subscribers are paid for. Don't get it twisted, right? But at the same time, it's just weird how she has all these subscribers and you don't know this is a small world. Okay, this is a small world. And everybody knows somebody 10 degrees, 5 degrees. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? And so might want to get a job here soon, or she might want to, start her a business while she had these children, right? And she be like, well, shit, I'm gonna start me a little business from home. And then everybody is like, it could work one or two ways. People could be like really curious about, who Antonisha is, and then just kind of want to buy some stuff from her because based upon the point of Olivia, right? Or they could like uh use the fact that she is Olivia's followers and then rate her product and just lie about it because of the fact that they don't like her because of Olivia. You get what I'm saying? It can work both ways, but at the end of the day, even if working in both ways, it's still not it's not positive. It's not the best thing. Who wants to be known based upon Olivia and her energy, right? As opposed to your hard earned work. Okay. And so we have to look at that in both ways. It's not the most positive way. Thank you. It's not the most positive way to interact or uh to be to be, right? So again, when you're trying to start a business or you're trying to do something, you're trying to do something with yourself or go back to school, and you don't want it, and everybody's seeing you possibly, or people may not even know who the heck Olivia is. I mean, she ain't that dang popular. You know what I'm saying? Like she Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? Or Lovely T, somebody like that. But just think about that. She could get up to that point. She could get to that point. You understand what I'm saying? Who knows? You follow me? Um, so it's just weird. Hold on, y'all. Let me
One thing about me, I stand 10 toes behind me, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to always be me. Okay. You're going to like it. You're not. You're going to watch. You're not. Either way, I wish nothing but the best for everybody. Um, but if you have included yourself in my drama, in my life, in my story, you will play that part that you inserted yourself in until the day that you're no longer in the motherfucking story. So the other day I came on live and we were talking about this lady. This lady that I refer to as the maid. Maid. And I will always refer to her as the maid. Okay? Always.
okay. The thing is, I understand why she calling her the maid. I mean, I wouldn't even hurt no more at this point. Like, what is even the point of going through all this? Like, okay, she's with him now. Move on. Like, lick your wounds and just move on. It's just over and done. You know what I mean? It's over and done. Why are we still talking about Antonisha at this point? I mean, she has a right to talk about her. If that's what she want to do, but it's not helping her. Is it healing her? Okay, now let me ask you a question. Is it healing her to keep talking about this woman? I'm gonna ask y'all a straight up question. Is it healing her to talk about this woman that he done moved on with his life? It was very obsessive to me. Okay. at this point, and she has every. And don't get it twisted. She has every right to talk about this one if that's what she wants to do. But why? Because it's not healing her. It's not going to help her in her next genre of life. It's not, because it makes her look weird. It makes her look obsessive. It makes her look like she's still in love with him. Just admit you're still in love with him. And if you admit that, he's not leaving her. He's not gonna leave her. But guess what? Let me tell you something, Olivia. And this is just a woman to another woman. I don't like it. I don't like your character, okay? But let me say this. If he really gave a dang on about you, he wouldn't have never left her. He wouldn't have never left you for her. He just would have been like, look, it's one thing for him to have slept with her and or maybe played around with her or just left you because you hurt him. But he would have never left you. He would have just worked that out with you. Okay? And he still wouldn't be over there. He wouldn't have took on that vacation. He would have been like, you know what, Antonisha? I apologize. I know you did a lot for my children. I know you love me, but I'm just not in love with you. I'm loved back with my ex. I want my ex back. When he had done that, Olivia, girl, he would have done that. And he would have been done with you. And he would have been done with Antonisha, but he took her on a straight up vacation. And he paid for it. More importantly. He wanted to spend his time off for his job, but his vacation off to be with who? His wife, not you. Okay? So that's the real point of it. So, irregardless of whatever he did with you, he did with you. If he did. So, you know, you got to just take it on the chin. You got to take it on the chin at the end of the day. And I understand. And why would you allow him to hurt you again? If Gerard's such a bad person, you've been saying the whole time that when he left you, he was a bad person. So if he was a bad person, why would you put yourself in a situation of being back with him again? And letting him use your body all over again. Okay? And like the old folks say, leave you with a wet butt. Who wants a wet butt? And he won't give you that much money because he paid for his wife to go on a vacation. You ain't sporting no diamond ring. Did you see Antonisha's ring in comparison to your ring? Let's talk about your marital ring and versus his marital ring with Antonisha. If you want to do a comparison, let's compare. Okay? She is the wife now. Okay? He didn't come back and he didn't say, well, I made a he didn't come back and wipe you up. He didn't divorce this woman. He allegedly, in your words, you say he called you back up and basically had her on the three-way and read you your riot acts. Okay? So that means he ain't claiming you. Okay? So now you sitting up here looking like a fool. Again. Why? Why would you? I thought you said that she should never trust him. Why did you trust him? You know, you claim to know him more. So why would you trust him? Well, I wanted more rights for my children. Girl, you could have went through your lawyer and got more rights with your children. You didn't need Gerard. You didn't need to sleep back with Gerard to get rights with your children. You sound like Tyra. You sound like Tyra. Like, I did it for the babies. I did it for the children. No, ma'am, this was not for the children. You sound like Erica Dixon. And I like Erica Dixon. She's a beautiful black woman. I love Erica Dixon. I think she's pretty. However, I just think it wasn't. I think that he kind of a little scrappy and played in her face. We ain't gonna keep it real. He played in her face. Now, after he got divorced from Bambi, and here he come running back to Erica Dixon trying to get back with her. The beautiful thing is she didn't take him back, but she took him too much. She took him places though. She was riding with him. Well, we were friends and this and that. What did he go do? He done got somebody else pregnant. And now you look at him now. He not only did he get somebody else pregnant, have a baby trying to do a threesome. Not only that, but he done went and got with somebody else that's not even in the picture. Well, dang, how many dang unprotected sex you gonna have? Now, Erica Dixon said that they, according to her, she said they didn't do nothing, but still. You get what I'm saying? No, we can't keep letting these men play in our face like that. You can't. Let me just say, she shouldn't let Gerard to keep coming and playing in her face if this is the case, if this is the truth. Okay? Because it's not a good look for her own energy. Because if you love this man and you gave him back and you said you gave him a chance Why would you give him a chance when you said yourself you can't trust him? Huh? I'm asking a legitimate question. Because whatever happened between him and his wife is his wife. That's what happens. That's between them. We ain't got nothing to do with that. That's not our ish. Okay? But let me read your comments. All right. Okay, so you love the Mexican food. Okay, with the lime juice. Okay, and the street tacos with rice. Girl, I love me tacos. Okay, girl. Wow, she must, right. I don't understand it, right. She's more understanding than me. I'm sneaky. I would sneak back an observer and spring a revenge, right. Then he least suspected that don't hate me. Nope. I don't. I feel like you have to do what you have to do. That's how you feel. Okay. I can understand being with you for your first love, uh but in my mind, mid-30s, right, and a man with 3 kids and a trifling disrespectful wife, I don't think so. Gotcha. Okay. Girl. That's why I watch the replays because of a lot of time I be at work. Okay, I really appreciate that. Y'all still here? Yes, girl. I'm going to eat in a few minutes though, because I'm just talking my talk. Okay. All right, y'all. Walk my sister and I found a little Mexican restaurant with amazing food last week in the middle of nowhere. Girl, that's where they mostly be. The best food, the best Mexican food be in the middle of nowhere, child. Ain't that something? Okay. Where am I at? Okay. That's why I miss home originally from. Okay. Okay, so girl, you from that part of Texas? Okay, Corpus Christi. Okay. Um. Okay. So there's a lot of family-owned Mexican restaurants there. That's so good. Okay, girl, we have to go. I went to excuse me. I went to Texas. I've been in lots. Texas. I've been in Houston, but Dallas, Texas, as a matter of fact. But I've never been to Corpus Christi. Okay, never been there. And one day I'm gonna go because I keep hearing about they have some good food. I just want to go for the food. Okay, I just want to go travel to go get some food. Maybe I'll vlog that. You grill tofu and make that sounds good. Grilled tofu made with Mexican style. It was great, girl. That sounds delicious. Okay. What are you drinking, sis? I had a margaritas for my birthday. Girl, I didn't drink nothing. I know you're talking to Paulette, but I'm gonna interject here because we made babies, okay? I didn't drink nothing, girl. Not nothing. Why you clapping? My husband, you stop it. I know, good job. All of the best meals were made up once between the paychecks or going to the store. Just what you have, it sounds good. Okay. Exactly. All right. Okay, right here. Let me click on here. I remember him saying that he was married to her to be with his kids. Ooh, that is the worst feeling in the world for your man to say about you. To have the worst feeling. That's the worst feeling in the world for him to say that he married you to be with his children. Not because he was in love with you, but because he wanted to be with his children. Now, he's right here. That's crazy. I don't think I want red sauce. I don't think so. I might. It might taste good. I don't know. All right, y'all. We're getting ready to eat. Um. mm. She was nothing but a girlfriend for 8 years. They only married me for 3 months before the crap hit the fan. Exactly. Exactly. That's crazy. That's very true though. That's very true what you said. Okay. You can only tell her feelings or hurt for real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it kind of weird is the fact that her feelings are hurt for real, not in real life. Right? They look hurt for real. Right. She wants to win, whether then it's the kids or the fights. Right. But in the end, I think she thought that it was going to win him too. Exactly. I definitely think she was going to win him. I definitely thought that she thought she was going to be back with him for some reason or another. Girl slipping on that Henny. Okay. And it was toasted, girl. Mm-mm-mm. All right, I got a PG-13 some of this, y'all. Y'all ain't said nothing wrong, but the boy just walked in here. So I got a PG-13 some of these conversations. Mm. She sure did, just like how she said. Remember how she said she sure did? She had the thrush in her throat. Oh Lord, while she was pregnant, girl. He was still with her. That's crazy. She blankety with the Mexican guy right there. Gerard said, "Oh Lord, girl." Okay, girl, that's your recipe with the twist, girl. And yeah, the paycheck. I really am creative, girl. You have to be creative in these days and times, darling. That Henny will get you every time, girl. That's why I don't drink Henny no more. Okay, I don't drink at all. I'm heating up some leftovers as we speak. Okay, girl. I don't understand people playing with marriages the way that they do. It's a covenant between you and your partner and God. Okay. And you just can't be playing with the marriage like that, girl. Mm-mm. Okay. Oh, thanks to this little tool. I'm so glad I can see a little bit better, y'all. Hopefully I ain't stumbling over your words, huh? I don't think I am. I'm thinking I'm doing okay. Baby girl, you already know, sis. Okay. And him and Shelby was getting it in, girl. No one knew about it, and she had a baby by him. And but on the outside, she was pretending to hate him so much. Exactly. You remember the movie, girl? And that man thought he could play for the weekend while his wife was visiting her parents. Homegirl said, "I am nothing to be played with," and burnt the rabbit, girl. I remember that. That was what was that movie called? Um, that was Glenn Close and Michael Douglas. God, what was that movie? What was that movie called? God, I can't think of the movie, but I can tell you who the character was: Michael Douglas and Glenn Close. Uh, Dang it, a fair. God, I'll tell you in a second. Now you got my mind tweaking. You get ready to make me. You get ready to make me think now. You're getting ready to make me think. Hold on one second. Okay, now Glenn Close. Okay, Glenn Close. Okay. And Frederick Douglass. Fatal Attraction. That's what it's called. Fatal Attraction. Beam. Fatal Attraction. That's what that movie is called. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nisa came in the chat and Gerard's sister said they asked her if it was true and she said she did not know. Exactly. She don't know everything her brother do. No more than we know what our children do. Shoot, our children might be doing have a little snaky lank on the side. Our children don't tell us everything. Especially brothers and sisters not gonna tell siblings don't tell each other everything, right? Walk that movie should be a lesson to cheaters, okay? Exactly. Yeah, that movie was something else, boy. Girl, she was crazy. That's true, Olivia. You're going to always be you, and that is a low down Jezebel that you are. Oh, I probably should have. Dollar, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Fatal Attraction was something else. Okay. All right, where else am I at? Okay. We strictly just had a conversation, y'all. I only played a clip. I think we did pretty good for just conversation. The reason Tuna is so obsessed with Nisha is because she thought that her blank was so special that he would never walk out the door. Okay. Woo, and she just can't get over it. Yeah, because girl, her self-esteem, girl, or her ego, it's really her ego. It was her ego, girl. Not just not that he just married her or thought of her in a brand new home, right? Tuna is over there living in a box with two hyperactive kids, okay? And Miss Webb is going on vacation out of the country. Girl, bye. That's true. All right, I gotta get out of here. My husband looking at me like, if you don't get your butt off a line and spend some time with your family and eat dinner with your family. Dr. A. Olivia drove 24 hours in a dope diaper just to get her man back, and she still didn't get him back. Okay, that girl is crap. It's all that crap. And you talk about your dignity and your pride. I'll wait. Okay. Disgusting. Yes, she did. Okay, she lying. Her kids don't even pay those kids any attention, and she is on live, and she making up excuses because she wanted the blank while she lost her weight, and she already locked up. Already. Okay, y'all. Let me go ahead and go. All right, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much for coming to the live. Please go back and watch the Outhouse Gang up in this thing. I really appreciate all of y'all support. Thank you so much. Go back and watch some of my replays. Go back and check out that balloon drop that me and my husband dropped here a few days ago. And I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please continue to support this channel and if you got some suggestions that you would like me to do. I am going to do a candle like Mimi suggested. I'll do that on here one live where we're just talking, and I'll do that. But if y'all have any other suggestions, please join my membership. It's just 99 cents a month, and I'll figure out some exclusive things that y'all think y'all want to talk about. Y'all let me know. Please don't be ashamed to tell me what you think you would like me to talk about. All right, I'm out. Thank you.